the same. Mystic powers we can't defend. The Feywild's wrath will never end. Beneath the stars, beneath the moon, the wild's revenge will be here soon. With every roll, with every tide, let the dice of fate decide. So roll the dice and let fate fly through the stars across the sky. Wings of fury, warmth of flame, nothing here will be the same. Mystic powers we can't defend. The Feywild's wrath will never end. The Feywild's revenge has come at last. A future drowned in shadows past. In the twilight of the tangled woods, where the shadows twist and turn, whispers of the old ones in the forest, they still burn. From the courts of light and darkness to the realms of endless time, the Feywild stirs in silence, revenge begins to climb. Oaths were broken, bonds undone, now the ancient war's begun. Nature's fury, wild and strange, feel the Feywild's sweet revenge. Roll the dice and let fate fly through the stars across the sky. Wings of fury, warmth of flame, nothing here will be the same. Mystic powers we can't defend. The Feywild's wrath will never end. Through the mist where flowers bloom lies a danger set in gloom. Fair and fierce they wait and scheme, twisting fate like in a dream. Magic deep as rivers flow, danger more than mortals know. Beware the Fae's enchanted song, for revenge is swift and strong. Oaths were broken, bonds undone, now the ancient war's begun. Nature's fury, wild and strange, feel the Feywild's sweet revenge. Roll the dice and let fate fly through the stars across the sky. Wings of fury, warmth of flame, nothing here will be the same. Mystic powers we can't defend. The Feywild's wrath will never end. Beneath the stars, beneath the moon, the wild's revenge will be here soon. With every roll, with every tide, let the dice of fate decide. So roll the dice and let fate fly through the stars across the sky. Wings of fury, warmth of flame, nothing here will be the same. Mystic powers we can't defend. The Feywild's wrath never ends.
Hello, hello, everybody. Make sure audio is coming through. Thank you for the hydrate or dihydrate. I know I have soda right now, but it's what I have. And thank you, Shadow, for storming the castle. I appreciate it. Hype train already. Let's go. And Retsu and Tozu or Titus. Thank you both for subscribing. I appreciate it. We got a hype train.
Yeah, starting strong.
Let's go. we love it. But yeah, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks. Cue the song from Bare Naked Ladies. Anyways, oh, Tato, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
The song is called 1 Week by the Bare Naked Ladies. They used to be called something else, but they weren't getting people to show up to their shows, so they changed their name to the Bare Naked Ladies, and people showed up apparently.
Yep, it was funny.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been 1 week.
1 week.
Since you looked at me.
So, but it is wonderful to see everybody here. So it has been a wild ride last session.
Yep.
So a lot has happened, and random German verb. We're starting off strong with that. Okay.
Bam.
We haven't done that in a hot minute. So the random German verb today is gleichen. It means to be like, resemble, or equal. So an example sentence would be Frau Brohe vergleicht ihre Tochter stets mit anderen. Translated as Mrs. Brohe constantly compared her daughter to others. So. It's a good word to have in your back pocket. Yeah. Vergleicht. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you, Stay, our resident German. Vergleicht. Yeah. It might be my filtering cutting out some of the T's. Hopefully the music is coming in just fine. It's not glitchy like it was last time.
Sounds good, little quiet, but otherwise good.
All sounds wonderful. Perfect. And thank you, Shadow. So, without further ado, we shall dive into it. So, greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Feywild's Revenge, another thrilling chapter in the vast tapestry of demons and deities. My name is Silent, your storyteller and guide through the mysteries of this adventure. Last time, our agents went in and fought Rayla Fairn until her lifeless body laid on the ground. The air split with fire, and from the flames stepped an old acquaintance of Miyu. With teasing words and a smirk, she claimed her master's prize, leaving Miyu with a cryptic gift before vanishing to the inferno. And upon her death and freeing the Frostmoon dragon known as Icefire, the agents went to rest from their labors and lick their wounds. And they went to Miyu's home in the Feywild. However, alas, when Miyu went to go and get some tea, his imp handler, as it were, had stolen all of his precious tea. Solution, they went to the town of Lumendel. But what should have been a peaceful outing became a nightmare. The village lay in ruin, a crimson banner declaring its doom by the 4th Umbral Legion. Before the horror could settle, ravens filled the sky, and the Raven Queen descended, furious at Tozu's absence, yet her words shattered everything the agents knew. This was no Feywild. They had been trapped in a dungeon's illusion, their memories stolen. And then came Miyu's handler, Skizit, bargaining for Hell's claim, and the Queen, unwilling to yield. But when gods quarrel, the heavens answer. Helm, a divine arbiter, descended to reveal the truth. Their pasts were stolen, their powers stripped away. If they wished to reclaim what was lost, they had to start anew. Fail, and their souls would be forfeit. With a wave of his hand, reality shifted, and the agents awoke on the first level of the abyssal dungeon, disoriented and powerless. Here, in the land of rolling hills and artificial sky, they met Hulan, an Owlin adventurer who revealed the dungeon's true nature. And as if fate refused to sever their bonds completely, Stardust, Cryo, and Pixie reunited with them. And we have an ad. Heckin' ads. But, now only one path remained. To ascend, remember, and reclaim what was stolen. So, welcome to the beginning of the real adventure. Let's dive in. Hello? Hi, Tozo.
Oh!
There you are. Just heard some stuff in the background, like, you good?
Oh, no, that was just Tozy just like whispering, just like, I'm so confused.
I mean, you are kind of getting rolled to the giant staircase.
True.
He's just hiding in the shell, just waiting for the, I don't know, something to happen.
What are you waiting for? I don't know. Something
Something
amazing.
amazing, I guess.
Me too,
Did you
kid.
remind me what scenery we're looking at again in this first level of the dungeon?
So it's low rolling hills. There's birchwood trees kind of scattered about. And far off in the distance, there is a very tall staircase going up into the artificial sky.
That's what I'm leading them out of currently, I think.
Correct.
What I remember. Do you remember?
Remember?
Sorry. I knew the moment I started that.
Scary. That's what I was thinking too. It's like, how could you not? It's just perfect.
Right.
Are you ready for us to start, Silent?
Yeah, you
Oh, okay.
you are
Well-
traveling to the staircase.
Okay. As I'm walking towards the staircase, I'll kind of call over my shoulder. As we move into the city, it'll be very busy and bustling. But if you stick with me, I know the city like the feathers on my talon. I can get us anywhere in about half the time. So stick by me, and I'll take us to see Alara and the guild, which isn't too far away.
I appreciate
Much appreciated.
that very much.
So pardon my ignorance, but how exactly does the staircase to the sky work?
Ooh, I'm not really sure the nature of the dungeon itself. I just know this is where we come to fulfill our quests and level up and collect resources and materials and have adventures and things of that nature. I don't know if there's a specialist on the dungeon or not. I communicate mostly with the guild who sends me out or sends me down here. And they'll have the most information for you guys, I think.
That was what I was going to ask. If you think the guild would be the best place to start.
It's the only thing I can think of, so I think that's the best place to go.
Oh, gosh. I definitely think we should get somewhere safe. Tozu does not seem to be himself.
You could say he's a shell of his former self.
Ah,
He's
But
talking about all these
that-
herbs.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm funny, I promise.
So yeah, outside of what everyone else is doing, I will lead them to out of the dungeon and through the city.
All right. So, you guys follow Hulan over to this. As you get to the stairs, they're about 300 feet wide, and they just seem endless. Their smooth stone steps vanishing to the swirling mist above. Oh. Thank you, Mikey. And as you ascend these stairs, first, before you ascend the stairs, Tozu, are you still in your shell as they're trying to go up the stairs, or are you walking? I'm curious.
I'm here. So they probably just wait until someone like told him something. Probably just stay in the shell as long as can.
Because you have Shadow's hood, right?
I do.
Yeah. So Shadow's obviously walking close behind Tozu, has the, gaggle of all the bebes. And it's like, I need to. Can you walk now, please? There's stairs. Pixie's also gonna jump up on top of Tozu at his shell and just bap in at his head.
I'm just gonna kind of like stick his head out.
Oh, wait,
Just
I
like
get the sound. of
look
the
up at it.
Though.
On Paula. I mean,
It definitely is now.
Hello in there.
we are at the staircase. Tozu.
Just gonna stick his head out. Look left. Look right. Look up at the staircase. Just like no. Go back in.
I am. I don't want to carry him.
I'm not carrying.
The Shadow, you're carrying him?
No, Shadow just told him he has to walk and sent Pixie to smack him, so no.
It's like I just hear me out. What if this is the dungeon? Like, I'm just saying, real life has a sky, not floating stairs.
Real life also doesn't have a fake sky.
Exactly. That's right.
Which means we should leave and go up the stairs. Like, and I'm like, I point kind of like to the side of the stairs where there's now like a very clearly, weirdly painted, but like perfectly representative wall of the distance, potentially, and be like, first of all, that's weird. I don't understand how it can still look kind of like, huh. But that is a wall.
Clearly a wall.
That's what, I mean, do we have any proof that we aren't now in the dungeon that they were talking about? What if it was just a giant shroud? Wait,
I turn
Odd.
towards Hulin. Hulin, are we currently in the dungeon?
I'll look around. I'll pause my stride to look around. I'm like, yes, this is most definitely the first floor of the dungeon. And although the monsters here aren't very strong, I did just kill a rampaging boar that caused a massive destruction on it, so it isn't safe. We should definitely go.
Looks back to Tozu. See? We are in the dungeon. We should leave the dungeon. There are stairs. You should use your legs to walk up those stairs.
I know, but just hear me out. What if we were lied to, and now this is the illusion? What if by leaving, we're falling into it deeper? They're trying to trick us.
All I can, I'm going to get closer to Tozu and cock my head at him and say, also, it's worth mentioning that, and I'll whip out my guild card. I'm supposed to be the only one that's on this current instance of the dungeon. I don't know what happens if I leave and you don't come with me.
It's a fair point.
Instance? What do you mean by instance?
There's a separation between, so you can come down here with your own specific party, so everyone's not coming down to the same exact dungeon. It kind of does resets, and the way I understand it, it changes pretty much on its own.
See, that's what I'm saying, is this place isn't real. So if we just stay long enough, we'll go back to, normal life.
I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know what happens to you when I leave, because this guild card is what allows me to be in this instance of the first floor.
And I'm just gonna look back down to Tozu. Tozu, we have been through a lot. Please let us just trust this individual. If I am wrong, I don't know what you can do, but figure something out if I am wrong. I am going
12 magical candies let me cast Fireball.
I will purchase you any magical candies and as many as you want to cast Fireball if I am wrong.
Perfect. Tozy just snaps up and starts walking.
Shadow also looks at him and goes, if nothing else, you get to gloat that he was wrong.
Also very true. Come on, I got Fireball to cast.
Oh my gosh.
If I am wrong.
When you are wrong.
If. Do you just start walking up in front of all of us now?
Yeah, no, Tozy's going first.
Yeah.
Pixie's still on his shoulders.
Continuing to bap him. Because he didn't say stop.
That's true. Shadow's not going to say stop for a little bit. She's just watching and is highly amused because she knows that Tozu will stop Pixie if he wants to.
He's too distracted by the possibility of being able to eat candy and cast Fireball at the same time.
You know what? Fully understandable.
I was going to say this is valid. As long as it's not like the candy in Lethal Company.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
Eat and explode.
Well. Or you get paralyzed and then watches
Since the back
everyone
rooms.
else. Yeah.
You're gonna hack and traumatize Retsu with those words.
I went
I'm
to
in
the
the
back rooms. They're not fun.
No. They're awful. I've been there so many times. Anyways.
3% chance.
Distraction.
8 times.
Right.
So, the smooth
And
steps
seeing
of...
Tozu.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, seeing Tozu walk, and I just kind of turned to everyone I guess we are going. Thank you, Hulin.
It's not a problem.
Ulin the hooing human.
Who?
So the smooth steps, stone steps, are vanishing to the swirling mist above. Each footfall echoes faintly, and the climb feels timeless, as if minutes and hours are bleeding together in a haze. The mist shifts as you climb, and faint shapes begin to take form within it. At first, they're fleeting shadows, but soon they coalesce into people. Groups of adventurers appear out of the fog, their voices carrying a strange energy. Some are climbing downward, their eyes bright with excitement, and chatter about the challenges ahead. You hear one say, I just heard the sixth floor has a volcanic biome. I can't wait to see if the rumors are true. One figure exclaims, adjusting straps on a heavy pack. Another ascends the steps, their expressions ranging from weary satisfaction to barely concealed frustration. Some of them are like, I can't believe we missed the hidden vault. Next time we're searching everywhere. And these travelers barely seem to notice you as they pass. They're either focused on their companions or their next destination. And there's just a constant flow of people coming and going, as if the dungeon is nothing more than everyday occurrence. And eventually, the mists begin to thin, revealing a soft glow above. The air shifts, growing warmer, fresher. The sound of your own breathing is replaced by the distant hum of life. The dungeon's entrance becomes a massive gate, and it looms open behind you as you pass through it. And beyond sprawls a vast, mile-wide stone plaza. Open spaces with pockets of what appear to be pop-up tents and small bazaars with vendors hawking their wares surrounding the top of the grand staircase of the dungeon. And about a mile away, there are towering stone walls that encircle the dungeon, with 4 guard towers about halfway between the stairs and the wall, with in the 4 cardinal directions. And in those same directions are 4 immense iron gates. The eastward one open with kind of a near constant stream of adventuring parties coming and going. And the ones closest to you, they're gathering clusters, sharing tales about their exploits, comparing gear, or preparing for their next dive into the depths.
Is this the city you were talking about? It seems rather
Fake.
ad hoc, I guess to say.
This
I
is
just
the
admitted it's not real, so I can get my candy now.
This is the heart of the entire city, and yeah, it's all the walls and defenses are, just in case nothing leaves the dungeon that's not supposed to. It's all security measure.
What do
But
you mean this is just the heart of the city? This is massive.
the entire economy of Evershadow revolves around this dungeon. This is where our livelihood begins and ends, is with this dungeon. So over time we've expanded and built around it, and there are
Wait,
all kinds of different districts you'll see in time. But
this,
if you go ahead.
How
sorry.
big? Oh, yeah, go
I was
ahead.
just gonna nudge Shadow and just like me and be like, "Does that mean they worship you here? If it's ever Shadow?"
Oh, did I get the name of the city wrong? What's the name of the city?
No, it's correct.
You're correct.
Oh, okay.
Shadows just kind of look at him like, no. And if nothing else, I hope not. I don't have energy for that.
How large is the city?
I don't remember. Is it? I think 100. Is it 100 miles across? I think. I
Yes.
can't. Yeah, I'm pretty
It's
sure it's 100
mile
miles.
radius.
Right. Okay. So
I'm
200 miles in diameter.
I think it
it's
was
massive.
Or is it 100-mile diameter?
I think it's a 100-mile radius, so 200 miles across.
God.
Diameter. Let's just say you can't make it out of the city in a day, not without transport. But don't get lost among the crowds. Just stick with me.
That's okay.
You'd be
That
hiking for a
is-
mile.
So much larger than I could have ever. I don't think I understand. But I will follow. I do not want to be lost.
Yeah.
I will never be found.
Yeah. Hopefully the Adventurers Guild can help you guys, because you all look like adventurers to me, but I've never seen you before.
Well, we have had
We
our
work
fair
for some
share of
really nice
adventures.
people. They like to teleport us around randomly.
Do they?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is the real reality here. I am not believing it. No, you guys don't know who Herb is, and you're telling me this is real. I don't know about it.
Wait, who's Herb? Why?
Exactly.
I don't know why you keep talking about plants.
If you're in the mood for some seasoned food, we can get you something when we finally get there. Seems to be quite the walk, though.
Oh yes, I know a lot of places with great food, but we should figure out who you are first, if that's even possible.
I am me.
Doing that again.
Who?
Me, not who.
Who?
I am me, not who.
Shadow is
You
gonna look
cuts
at
in and says,
Tozu.
"How about we just keep moving towards the guild?"
Yeah, 'cause Shadow looks at Tozu and just kind of rolls her eyes like, again? Oh boy.
Yes,
I
you,
will.
you are
Exactly.
you.
I will lead them through the city to the guild.
Right. So it takes a while, but you follow Hulan across the vast, bustling plaza. As you get closer towards the eastern gate, you can see the gate is very ornate. It's made of dark stone and enchanted metals. And you pass through the massive gates, pass through the guards checking the adventurers' badges as they seek to enter the dungeon plaza. And you pass through between the walls. And these walls are about 50 feet thick. They're big walls. And you enter
What?
the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say as we pass through, just a comment of what could they think they need to keep in? Or, ugh. Just a comment.
Yeah. And you enter into the Adventurers Guild district. It isn't just merely a single building. It's filled with training grounds, forges, libraries, all centered around the grand guild hall itself. And you enter in through the main entrance and you see a space just teeming with life. It's a multi-leveled structure. It has the grand hall, which kind of has like a dark academia style to it, is illuminated by arcane lanterns, casting a kind of a warm, steady glow over polished stone floors. There's bookshelves of records and past mission requests, kind of line the back wall in front of kind of the central reception desk, where a bunch of guild advisors are advising adventurers. The air hums with quiet conversations, the occasional clatter of armor, and the rhythmic scratching of quills against parchment. So,
I will look for Alara.
yep. She is kind of on the far left.
Okay.
And
I'll double check to make sure I still have everyone behind me, and say my guild advisor is over here. She should be able to help us.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
the doubt in his
Follow him.
voice.
Aha.
I'm just
Yeah,
like
the
looking
guild
up and
advisor.
around in awe. I'm just like, I don't even remember the halls of my benefactor were like this. Wow. This is one building or one district?
One of many.
Surprised this isn't real.
If
Surprised
nothing
what?
else.
Like, don't be too surprised. It's not real. Don't fall for his tricks.
You come touch these walls and like any of these cool little areas, and I think that's the light. I don't know. It's cool.
There's even a quest board on the far right, and there's just like a bunch of people just kind of looking over the various postings and whatnot. But Hulin, you bring your
Yeah,
little
if nothing
merry
else,
band.
I'll lead them over to Alara, and then I'll address her. Alara, I'm back from my adventure into the first floor of the dungeon, but I have something to
Hulin,
tell you that is quite extraordinary, to say the least.
you see, you went down below. Who are they?
So I don't know if you'll believe me. I don't have a lot of proof, but as I was finishing up my adventure down there, these adventurers appeared near the entrance to the first floor of the dungeon, and they don't have guild cards. And they were in my instance.
She kind of holds up a hand and is like, perhaps this is a discussion we need to take into one of the private rooms.
Okay.
Yes,
I
this is overwhelming to me.
and I'm not familiar with your merry band. I haven't seen them before. So I think it's best if we have a nice, quiet place to talk. So let me describe Alara for you. She has these sharp emerald eyes that kind of look at you, kind of a piercing practice assessment. She has chestnut brown hair that's neatly arranged, a few strands framing her high cheekbones, kind of has the faintest ghost of a smile on her lips. She wears glasses and practical robes of deep blue, gray, and she kind of carries herself in a kind of a confident way, but not overbearing. So she kind of stands up from her mahogany desk. And
Mahogany.
mahogany. Anyway, and leads you to up the stairs to a side room. As you guys are walking, I need everyone except Hulin. I need you to roll a wisdom save.
I'm so good at these.
Who needs to make it?
All of you except Hulin.
Oh,
Natural 1.
Ooh,
Oh no.
Starting
my
off strong.
guy.
oh, I'm not even level 5 anymore. No one gets bonuses.
What are we doing?
Wisdom save. Because
Can I do D&D and Beyond?
I also got
Not
a
Not the
nat one.
other
Oh, well, damn.
The monks aren't very wise, apparently.
I a bunch things.
Can I use the D&D and Beyond, or do you prefer me to do it in Dice Maiden?
let's do it in Dice Maiden for now.
Because I sent you
I'm not the only
screenshots
one
of
who
my
rolled a
roll.
natural 1.
I swear if this one that I get is lower than the... Because I'm like, I got a good one.
Yours didn't roll properly.
I'll take
so
it.
good.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to work. It's not
That
liking
was
me
the
right
only.
now.
Oh no.
Dozie's roll hasn't gone through yet.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I
What's
don't
going on?
like how you reacted
Oh,
or like
it's for-
responded to me being
that's what-
the I don't like this.
No, I looked at Tozu's and I thought it was yours.
Okay. No. I did it correctly. I promise.
Yeah.
It-
Extra numbers detected.
11.
Hey, 11.
It didn't put the message. Weird.
At least one of us got a good roll. You get to see
One singular person.
Check something real fast. Okay. Nothing happens.
For anyone?
Yeah, nothing happened.
Nothing
That we
happens.
know of.
That's not concerning in the slightest.
You just
Can we even
Huh?
tell that we needed to make a save?
I got dirty 20. That gets nothing. It's
Nothing
not
happens.
Okay. I don't know how I feel about this. Okay.
So
Walking forward in ignorance. Continue just fine.
I guess, yeah, continuing on, following behind Alara and Hulin.
the air of the private meeting chamber is crisp with the scent of parchment, old books, and the faint tang of polished steel. A large table kind of dominates the center of the room, scattered with maps, reports, and mission ledgers. She gestures for you to all take a seat, and she takes a seat herself, steepling her fingers in thought, looking at each of you. So, walk me through this one more time, Hulin. You were down in your instance, and we had an ad start. Right as this happened. Why
Damn it.
heckin' ads? I really need to put in a BRB screen for these ad moments.
If not that, like an ad break moment, like when you see it coming, just be like, "Oh, I'm home and back from our sponsors." It'd actually be kind of funny if during the ad break you had like a 2-minute, like random fake, like D&D. Welcome to the Feywild Revenge, where you can get your GG or like some stupid like like personal ad.
Your own ad.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
actually
you're
good. Yeah,
already
I'll
watching
write
the
that
stream,
down.
but let's advertise it even more.
Mm-hmm.
And it's free advertisement too, the best
That would
kind.
actually be really funny.
Well, we'll just wait here then till the ad is over in like
Mhm.
80 seconds. I did see on there's another streamer that I follow who has a bot that alerts people saying, "Hey, the ad is over."
Mm.
So I don't know how they did that, but it's interesting.
I know you could do a manual one to where someone just inputs a part of the ad, like ad break 2 minutes or 3 minutes or something like that, and so 3 minutes it just does an auto timer.
Toby
There's
does
probably
those.
ways
You
to do
can ask
that.
him.
Mix It Up can do it.
It has the warning. It has a hey, you're back. Everything.
Okay.
And Twitch has the feature, yeah.
The way he did it, he has like it's a here's a fun fact thing. Can you guess? Answer after the ad. So it's interesting.
And Zeus says we're back.
Welcome back.
Awesome. Okay.
Okay.
So, Hulin, walk me through this. You were in your instance. You were doing your mission. How did that go, by the way?
It actually went great. So I ended up helping out the sprites with uh like a rampaging boar problem, and I was able to kill it for them. And at the end of that is kind of where things got a little bit strange. Is whoever the mother of the sprites are, I don't know who they're referring to exactly, but they sensed something was coming and kind of alerted me to make my way back to the entrance. And that's what I did. And as I ran towards the entrance, there was this group of adventurers there that I've never seen before. And that's about all the information I have, Alara.
As far as our group goes, I don't know how well to explain it. I think the last bit before we appeared in that instance is a bit beyond me. Anyone else have a good explanation?
The gods.
Oh yeah, where did you guys come from? Like, Where were you before my dungeon?
We were in. Well, we were in Kotera, where there was interactions and in. I'm so confused and very overwhelmed by this city. So we were in an area called Kotera, doing missions for a group of individuals called the Agent. No, we are the Agents of the Nine.
Council of the Nine.
Council of the Nine. Thank you, Ryu. And there was trouble happening in a couple of the related cities without going into details, to where they were trying to take over and cause major damage and damage and misbalance the area and the country itself. I had a home in the Feywilds where the last thing that we interacted with was one of the major cities where I was attempting to buy tea was razed to the ground, where multiple I guess deities and representatives of other individuals appeared and started saying weird things about us being in a dungeon and not who we are. I don't know. I'm really confused as well right now. Does any of that make sense? Or do you know of any of these things?
The guild keeps strict records of all sanctioned dungeon entries and instances. None of you are in them. That means you either bypassed the standard entry, impossible without outside influence, or something brought you there directly. Neither of those possibilities bode well.
Which I don't understand, because I only remember being there.
So this dungeon manipulated your memories, then? If that's what you're inferring?
I don't know.
That's what we were told by Helm.
Helm.
Deity of sorts. Not super familiar with him.
I would
Or
check
was he Angel?
the sanctuary district. They might have more answers about religious deities in that direction. But this is certainly a mystery. But regardless of how you arrived, you're here now, which presents a problem. You're not officially registered as adventurers, and this city operates on strict rules. Without records or identification, you are, for lack of a better term, anomalies.
What does that mean?
He's about to speak more when there is a heavy knock against the chamber door. And it opens. And the figure that steps through radiates just sheer power. He's a mountain of a man in a finely wrought breastplate. His auburn beard streaked with silver. His piercing, battle-worn eyes take you all in at once with the scrutiny of someone who has seen thousands of adventurers come and go. Who are you?
I am me. Nice to meet
And
you.
I am Ryu.
I am also a you, but my main name is me. I guess I should say my full name is me you.
See. He shuts the door and he walks in. He's still in the room.
Oh, I thought like that interaction, and you just stepped out and closed the door. Like, no.
Well, I'm okay.
Feeling it today.
Okay. I thought he just straight stepped out. Like, I'm not dealing with one of these idiots, and just left.
It's like, I'll come back with my coffee.
Right. Oh,
He
sorry.
looks over at Alara and is like, Miss Stormvale, could you give me the Reader's Digest version of what is happening? And she explains what's going on, and she introduces him to you all as, this is Guildmaster Thorn Ironguard. And he sits down at the head of the table, and he puts his elbows on there, and he's just looking at you, just scrutinizing.
Miyu smiles.
He just listens to Alara's explanation. His expression remains unreadable, but his grip in his hands just kind of tightens a little bit. Another day, another headache.
Not my fault. I promise.
And he looks at your group. Listen well. I don't care what you were before. What matters is what you are now and what threat you might pose. Until I understand that, you will follow guild protocol. That means registering, proving your skills, and not causing trouble in my city. Am I clear?
Can I do an insight check of like, I'm not challenging him, but like, you kind of like, I know you described it, but like, how overwhelmingly potentially screwed would I be if I did something stupid?
Definitely do an insight check.
Natural one.
Oh boy.
No, it's not. I just was saying.
8. I'm rolling great today.
Do something stupid. Do something stupid.
That was just my insight to understand how screwed I am.
To understand how screwed you are, you do not know the depths of pain that will come your way. That's how much you understand.
I like raise my finger up and I just kind of put it down. I raise it up again, I put it down. I am going to take a conservative path this time, and I will wholeheartedly agree. Something in my gut tells me, even before I lost my strength, doing something dumb in your presence would not have worked out.
He looks at you. Most rookie adventurers don't get half that knowledge. The other half are dead.
I just kind of like scratch the side of my cheek. Yeah, that. Okay. What regulations would you like me to follow? Just
Miss Stormvale will guide you through the registering process. Then, if that is all, welcome to the Adventurers Guild. You've got a long road ahead of you. And Alara, make sure they get assessed. I want to make sure that they are operating at their proper level. And he just stands up and he leaves.
I'm gonna kind of like side eye Hulin.
I'm wide eyed, never having met the guildmaster, and I'll let out a low who.
Oh.
And as he's about to, as he's leaving, he just, I need, who's closest to the door when you're sitting down? Who would be?
Mm.
Arguably, that would be Shadow because she probably would be sitting back away from the group.
Oh no.
But that's up to her.
That is unfortunately fairly likely. Depends though where Tozu is. Because she also stays near Tozu.
Tozu's probably at the back. Just because, Tozu still doesn't believe any of this is real, so he's not even paying attention.
I'd say I'm close to Alara because she's familiar to me.
I'm
Fair enough.
probably close next to Hulin as I've been like kind of talking.
I would have
And
been up
now-
with them as well.
Mhm.
So then, Shadow, I need you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Got this. Come on.
Yeah, second. I have to find what I knew everything is. It's not working. $23.
Holy.
If someone's rolling one thing.
Okay.
Okay.
You just jinxed it! I'm knocking on my desk so hard right now.
You hear this. He mutters this under his breath as he's stepping over your animal companions. I have enough trouble with the sinners running around.
Pretty sure you can imagine my, therefore her expression of the turning the head as he goes past. Is that the what?
And the door closes.
Shadow's like very obviously like she turns her head with that to watch and listen as he goes past. And then she looks back over at the group. Apparently, we're not the biggest trouble right now. You said something about having enough trouble without the sinners. You said sinners in the group? I'm already forgetting the exact sinners in the group? Is that what you said? That?
Mhm.
Okay, she repeated that.
And Laura just kind of tilts her head. Like, you are one perceptive cat.
Anxiety. It does that to someone. A lot of someone's actually.
Understandable. Well, we'll get you through the registration process, and we will undergo an assessment for each of you to understand your roles and get you guild badges in due time.
What is the process for that and the assessment?
Checking the thing for it.
If you're looking for it, it was the one shot that Hulin and the other group did, and you did.
Ah, gotcha. So, that involves you going back into the dungeon. You will have temporary guild badges to allow you entrance, and you will need to recover monster materials in order for your badges to be created. Because
I see.
that is how the city operates. The dungeon is our lifeblood. And your role as adventurers are to provide that lifeblood. And in return, you gain riches, materials, and experience to go deeper and further into the dungeon. So,
I kind of see, I guess.
So I will be your advisor through this process. And should you have any questions about the upcoming, I was about to say Prüfung, but that's German. Hold on. The upcoming entrance exam. I will provide you with basic materials and gear for you to start your journey, as well as information that you might need.
I appreciate that. Now that I think about it, and I kind of like look back towards everyone else and like Tozu and Shadow and Ryu, we never really took full stock of what our gear is like, let alone if we still have everything.
If you'd like to take time to rest and to take stock of what you have, there are preparation rooms here in the guild that you may make use of.
Sure. That works for me. Is that okay with everyone else? Looks expectantly at all the other people in the room.
I'll speak up and say to Alara, they didn't attack me when I found them, so I don't mind acting as their guide through this process too. I know the city very well, growing up here my whole life, so I can show them around.
Perfect. I would greatly appreciate that. I will leave them in your charge then. But do report on any incidents.
Oh, I can keep 2 eyes on them at all times, and I'll swivel my head around.
He chuckles. Very well. I appreciate that. But she pulls out a couple of these booklets and hands out them to each of you.
Oh, thank you. What is this?
So, this is a small map of the city. It gives you kind of a brief overview of the various districts, and as well as the transportation network, or the arcane transportation network. You'll be able to move around the city fairly easily.
I see. I really don't. I don't at all. But I'm just going to make Hulin explain everything again.
I'll go ahead and grab the map since I do have proficiency in cartography tools. Let's start looking at it, trying to understand the scope.
When you are ready and rested, we can start your entrance exam.
Okay.
I mean, I could use a nap. Even if this isn't real, sleep's always fun.
I am not against that, to be entirely honest. This old man. We have had a day. Night. Actually, I don't even know what time it is. It was day when we walked out. This is what I mean.
It's about 5 in the afternoon right now.
I think we'll do our best trying to find an inn for the night and see where we can rest and reassess ourselves for taking our guild exam.
Very well.
Do you all have money?
Pull out.
I swear if they
Bring
look over at me.
Miyu just like looks immediately and just really slowly to Shadow.
I pull out my own coinage and it's like, does this count for anything here? I pulled out like a platinum, a gold, and a silver piece.
She takes the coin and looks at it. I'm not familiar with this coinage, especially the style of it, but it's certainly the right material. Though I would recommend bringing it to an exchange location, a money changer.
Okay, well, we'll see about doing that. Thank you.
Okay.
Take my money back. Well, Hulan, where do you recommend we should start?
Well, I believe. What did she say? What was the room she recommended on the guild hall? I can't remember.
Just a ready room.
The ready room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you guys want to rest, I can take you to a near inn and we can maybe eat something. Or I guess if you want to change your money first, we could do that. I'm also fine using. I don't have a lot, but I'm also fine using my money if you guys just want to rest for the night, as long as you're willing to pay me back.
I am definitely more more than willing to pay you back.
So, you guys would like to head to the inn first and eat something?
Yes, I would like to, and to attempt to reassess at least myself and what is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And looks over to Tozu. Tozu, it's real.
I don't believe you.
I don't care.
I mean, just take a look at our money. Obviously, it's not right. So where did we get the money from? Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, we got the money from a fake place, and now we're in the real place trying to use the fake money for real money.
Nope, I'm not buying it. It's all a trick.
Mhm.
It's all a part of the dungeon.
Well, like the guildmaster kind of led, I would try to stay out of trouble until you get registered. If not, you could end up for a cell, and that could be for a very long time.
Oh,
But
Lars
yeah,
was
if
listening
you
to this.
guys,
It's like, I would highly advise not causing trouble.
I mean, I don't plan on it.
We will keep our friend in line.
well, then I'm happy
What's
to
it
show
matter?
you.
It's not real.
Shadow's gonna look over at Tozu and just, Tozu, can you humor me just for the moment? I'm tired. Look at the little ones. She looks over at them and they definitely catch the cue if they all go into the
I'll look to
like
Tozu.
little small
Oh,
tired cuteness and be like, can we just get somewhere to rest? Look at the babies. They're all doing like the Puss in Boots eyes at him.
I mean, okay, fine. Okay, fine.
I'll
I
look
can always go for a good nap.
Yeah, I'll look to Tozo. I said maybe it'll feel real once you're eating something delicious. And with that, I can kind of lead them out if you'd like.
Yeah. Of the side room, back downstairs, and out a different door leading out to the kind of the open area between the wall and the rest of the central district. And there's gardens, there's administrative buildings, walkways, there's people from all walks of life walking around here. And there's even what looks like a horseless carriage just kind of gliding on magic. on this rail system of a sort.
Seeing this happen, I just kind of like poke Tozu. You could be more right than I thought. That's a horseless carriage. What?
I mean, I told you, it's not real.
But like, what? I look at Hulin. How does that work?
I believe it's arcane powered by magic crystals, which we can farm from the dungeon.
Wait. The materials for that came from the dungeon?
I believe so, although that's much higher than I'm still a new adventurer. I haven't made it very far. Not much farther than you guys are about to explore, probably tomorrow.
And
But
it's
I
you
yeah,
came from
should-
with
the
the
city.
fireball candy.
You should hear the stories of what we fought. You know, giant crabs, just everything.
Crabs? Does sound tasty.
Oh, that does sound pretty good.
I mean, it was made of metal, so it wasn't. I mean, we could eat
Oh,
it,
And we'll be back after
Oh.
these
but
messages.
didn't stop me from trying.
No. Run an ad.
Yep.
more ads?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Would you like a break from the ads?
Um, I I'm guessing I know the name of the inn. I didn't outside the game. I didn't familiarize myself with the names of all the places.
I'm not finding in names in the document.
Well, so that's correct.
Yep.
Some of those smaller things. Yeah.
And we're back.
Well, hello.
So, as far as an inn that you'd be familiar with, there would be an inn in the inner circle or the inner ring area. Let me look at the stuff. Definitely close to the guild area. I would say the one that would be close to the guild, given its reputation, would be the Bear and Briar Inn.
Sounds good. I hear their bear is pretty good, but not so much the briar.
I bet you it's barely better.
It's bearable at best.
Is that based on your Briar visits?
Okay. Just bear with me.
New size.
Oh, looks over. She goes, "There's going to be a sharp awakening if you guys do not stop."
Come on, I'm sure we can find a Goldilocks resolution to this.
Nice.
Like, so as we kind of like walked out of the guild, how large like is this area that we're looking to like get around?
Absolutely massive. It's about, if I remember correctly, an additional like 3 miles to the next ring from the dungeon core wall.
So I mean, we literally can't even see the other side, probably.
More than likely, it is absolutely huge. There are dozens of buildings. There's open areas for gardens and public spaces and whatnot. But there are also buildings that are kind of like nestled together in certain areas, and the in that Hulin's taken you guys to, it's a short ride over using the ATN network.
What? How does the ATN network work? Like, did we
What?
get in one of the carriages, or
You haven't gotten in one yet.
Yes. Okay?
Is the ATN stand for automatic transport
Nope.
network?
Arcane Transit Network.
Arcane Transit Network. That makes sense.
Yeah. So these vehicles are sleek, elongated carriages capable of holding multiple passengers. Each vehicle is equipped with and Hulin, you
I
kind
would
of
know.
understand what these are. Levitating crystals, conduits, and a type of wind propulsion. They're managed by operators who control the flow of magic and the direction of travel. They stop at designated transit stations where passengers can embark and disembark.
Okay. So, I guess I'll say to the group, like, um, the closest end, we could walk to it, but if you wanted to get there quickly, we could use the ATN.
Mikey. I would rather not walk across this large area with all of these what did you say, ATN carriages? I feel like we would be a frog trying to get across a very rapid river. Frogger reference.
Yeah,
Yep,
I was
instantly.
picking up on that. Yeah, I hopped on that.
Well, yeah, I definitely know my way around the city, but yeah, the carriages are pretty quick, and it'd be better probably as a group. Um, so yeah, I'll hail one for us.
Yeah, to one of the one of the transit stations, and one pulls up, and it's big, enough to hold at least 12 to 15 passengers. And a couple people will come off, mostly adventurers, being so close to the Adventurers Guild. And a few people get on. And it costs... notes for how much it costs. Okay. So, Hulan, you know this. It doesn't cost anything for adventurers to use the public transit system.
Uh-huh.
So, you all get on board, and
I can say to the operator, I have 5 going to the Bear and Briar, please.
everybody looks down. It's kind of, he's this gnome. He looks down and is like, very well. We'll head that way. Look at it split. And pulls away from the transit station, and you guys are moving. It feels like you're gliding on ice. There's no shaking, rattling, rolling of like a regular carriage. It is smooth.
This is much nicer than the other carriages. Normally, your butt hurts at the end of the ride.
Pretty much, Theo.
Okay, I mentioned I'm used to the back alleys and the secret roads and stuff throughout the city, so that's how I usually get around. But the city is very large, so I do have to use these to go to some of the other districts and stuff. It's the best way to get around.
I would imagine. I don't even see the end of the current, you called it district? Ugh.
hmm
I don't know if I can even understand.
Maybe at some point we can get a map and you can kind of look at the overview of the city just to maybe give you an idea of just how enormous it really is.
Yes.
We have it. Yeah, we have everything here you could possibly need.
So, what would have been maybe a 30 to 45-minute walk. It's about 7 minutes. As the ATN carriage stops at the next station, and the other one's like, "All right, we're here, Bear and Briar Inn. Get yourselves a pint, why don't you?"
Oh, I absolutely will.
I will who with the light. Who. And yeah, I'll lead them over to the inn if no one got car sick.
Oh, did we get car sick?
Don't imagine so. You're not shaking, rattling, and rolling.
Roll for puking.
Oh, God.
Oh no. Please no. So the inn is a multi-story kind of like timber lodge with a steeply pitched roof, with lanterns Um, there's a kind of covered porch that wraps around the entrance. There's seating outside and inside for various patrons, and it looks a very warm and welcoming atmosphere.
This is much more comforting than the size of everything else outside.
Yeah, we should be able to relax here, and you guys can kind of gather yourselves. I'll try and find us a table.
So, stepping inside, you are greeted by a wide hearth with a roaring fire, filling the space with warmth. The scent of spiced cider, robust venison, fresh bread fills the air. The wooden beams run across the ceiling, adorned with hanging dried herbs and trinkets. Not the person, or if there ever was a
Ah,
person.
dig it.
I caught it. And trinkets left behind by past travelers. There's a massive common room that's spacious yet cozy, with heavy wooden tables and cushioned booths that sit against the walls. There's a long, polished bar that stretches along the back, where a grizzled yet kind-hearted barkeep is serving up drinks and meals. And behind the bar, there are shelves lined with various ales, ciders, and exotic sprites. There's also a staircase that leads to the upper floors, where there's private rooms and available for purchase. You guys head in, grab a fairly large table given the size of your group.
Mm-hmm.
A dwarven waiter comes over. All right, welcome to the Banbriar Inn. What can I get you for?
I would like a cider.
A cider, okay. We got blackberry cider. We got raspberry cider. We got apple cider. We got boysenberry cider for those with the exclusive tastes. We got extra spice cider.
I will just try the raspberry cider.
That's a popular one.
I could imagine. So,
All right, one order for raspberry.
I'll take a blackberry cider and a chunk of some sort of meat, whether to chew on and pick at.
All right, so we got some elk jerky to snack on if you like.
I'm thinking something more substantial.
More
Do you have a
substantial.
chicken?
He kind of looks at you for a moment. Yes, we have chicken.
Okay.
I just like look at Hulin.
What? It's delicious.
I mean, yes, but like, is that not like, you know?
I am not a chicken. I eat all kinds of animals, and they are delicious.
Okay.
I am a bird of prey, Miyu.
Understand.
If it fits, I eat. Thank you, Zio. Anyway, he kind of watches his interaction. He's like, hey, as long as you pay. All right, we'll bring out one of those rotisserie chickens. Anything else for the table? What about you, sir? With a shell.
Bacon.
Bacon. I'll see what the cook can scrounge up as far as bacon goes, but we do have some bacon stuffed pastries.
That too. I'll take them.
All right.
I will just take the ale and some bread for now.
I'll say to the other group, you guys can get whatever you want. I'll cover it.
Mr. Dragonborn, sir, what can I get for you?
Well, I'll have. I guess I'll have something. I'll go for something with a little bloodier. I'll take a steak or something similar that you might have. Make it medium rare or medium rare.
Okay, man from my own heart. Anything to drink with that, sir?
I'll wash it down with a light ale.
A light ale. We got peach ale. We got pear ale. We got apple ale.
Let's go with pear.
And for the young miss, what can I get for you? Shadow?
I don't know. My brain is not braining. Do we actually get? Huh?
Said brain no worky.
Yeah, brain no work. You're right. No, Zio. Sorry. Just looked at chat. Did we actually get menu, or was he just saying, "Hey, here's stuff. What do you want?"
Pretty much you ask if he has it, and he'll give you options.
So my worst nightmare restaurant. Got it. Okay. Yep. Thanks. She's just kind of looking around like, I don't like this, and she's like, whatever he got, and she points at Tozu.
All right. Anything to drink?
She's just gonna shake her head.
All right, I'll just bring out some water for you, miss. All right, I'll be back in a jiffy. And he leaves.
I appreciate your hospitality.
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yes. I like So I look over to
Oh.
Hulin. I appreciate your hospitality. No, I look over to Tozu, who's not paying.
Oh, yes, of course. This is
Yes.
all like so. I don't know. It's just so crazy to me. I'm kind of curious to see where your story goes. So I'm happy to, like I said, you guys didn't harm me. So that's kind of my rule: is you help me, I help you. So I'm happy to do what I can.
Yes, you did help me. And you.
This is going to be an ongoing thing.
And I kind of like look over to the rest of the table. What do we do?
Eat bacon and go to sleep.
Yeah, I mean after that.
I'll find a way to get back to reality.
We
Back to
are
reality.
in.
Oh, there goes gravity.
We are in reality.
Says who? How do you know?
Would you prefer us to believe it's not and find ourselves at the wrong end of a
Well,
spear or something else? And
think
find out
about
the
it
wrong
this way, right? Is it more likely that we got duped for 1 hour or 2 hours or our entire lives?
You're right, Tozu. You are a figment of my imagination, but one that doesn't seem to agree with me.
It's called a conscience. I learned about that from Shadow. Apparently, they're supposed to tell you what the right thing to do is.
We kind of look at Shadow. How has that worked out for you with him?
She looks back at Tozu. It's a work in progress, and the fact that he's mentioned it means it's working. The progress speed just varies.
Okay, fair enough. But honestly, I don't know what we should do. How do we even get back to wherever we were?
Well, what did
Where
Helm say?
was that? Where was Kotera?
Well, what did Helm say? We had to look for things that we lost. I'm
What
not certain
did
where necessarily to start with there, but maybe just going exploring the dungeon is at least a good step.
Oh, yeah, I can't say what you guys should or should not do, but remember, you essentially don't exist to our world right now. So I think, if you can get registered with the guild, that'll allow you to at least start your investigation process. Because right now, you won't be allowed in anywhere. But if you can get registered with the guild, you'll have access to all sorts of resources, and then you can start to investigate, uh, maybe about like where you're from or how to get back.
That's a good step as any.
I mean, for all I know, this is all just a really weird dream. It's happened before.
Well, we can check in the
Physical
morning.
I mean, it's a start at the very least.
I mean, just look at my face. Have you guys ever seen me without a mask? Exactly. I was bored with that mask on. I think.
That is not how masks work.
I think I've seen turtles before.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think we have turtle adventurers in Evershadow.
I,
See?
The the only thing that's not familiar to me would be your guys' metal friend, who's still even strange to my eyes.
oh yeah, he's just a product of the dungeon. Apparently, he doesn't have a soul,
Wait,
or he does.
would that mean that he's not real?
I'm not sure.
Wait. If the wand controls him, does that mean the wand is his soul?
I would believe it.
Well, we better make sure
Problem
we
solved.
find him at some point to make sure he gets in this guild assessment with us.
I agree. Hulin, how does that fully work? She said that we have to go into the dungeon, but I thought
Oh,
we can't without a
well, you have
badge.
your temporary guild cards, which will allow you to go in with me. And maybe I'll be allowed to assist you on this. I've already completed it myself, but it's actually fairly straightforward. The guild items you need for your registration are crafted with items from particular monsters. So basically, your first test is to go in and collect those materials so that the guild has a supply to continue, you know, uh, registering new adventurers and things of that nature. It is dangerous, but I think we'll be okay.
We'll be okay. Believe it or not, we're some big shots, you know. We worked
Oh,
for the Nine. We did all sorts of dangerous stuff.
I'm not sure
We
what the
met.
nine is. I've never heard of the nine,
That's
but
because you're not real, obviously.
oh, I'll kind of. laughing who's. But you would have, Alara would have given you a guidebook. I highly recommend it. There's all kinds of helpful information in that guidebook.
I know, it's okay. I don't read.
It assists me a lot in my first trials.
I guess I really haven't looked in at any of the stuff that she gave us.
If you if you pull out the map, you can see that wedged in between the folds of the map, there's a small guidebook.
Oh, we did get one. Okay. We can read this later. I feel overwhelmed without understanding where or what we should be doing. We don't even know how to get back or where we even actually were. Ozu says it's not real.
We'll be
It
back
is
after this
real.
break.
Ah!
All an illusion.
You're an illusion.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not even a turtle. I'm actually a goblin inside of a turtle shell.
He's actually 4 goblins in a turtle shell this time.
Oh boy.
It's 5 goblins. 6 actually. One holds us together, and each leg is one, and the head is one.
Oh my gosh.
Golly.
But we're it's a hive mind. So we all actually only have one mind, so it gets a little weird,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that definitely sounds a little
A little out there.
Well, so is this reality. So
This happens. Windows, please fix the bug where my icons of my taskbar disappear.
I don't know what that is. Mine just like yeet themselves down my screen. So like I go from sleep to normal, and instead of being on the top left, they're just 2/3 of the way down my screen now. And I'm like, okay.
If you go to the and we're back.
Nice.
So about 15-20 minutes later, your waiter comes back and he has like these 2 big trays over his head, and he's just like stomping on over, pops down little stands for each tray and hands out a nice tall cold raspberry cider and a big basket of bread that's fresh and nice, flaky, a little butter on it. Hands out a nice cold blackberry cider. There's a big plate of rotisserie chicken. Sets that out for Hulan as well.
Nice.
And 2 baskets of bacon and cheese pastries, as well as a steak and a pear ale for Ryu.
I was gonna say I'll pay the waiter.
All right. That'll be hold on, I need to look at something.
I think I have about 10 gold on me, just FYI.
Gotcha. Something up. This is not in my notes. Loading. Thank you. Wait. That'll be 4 silver and how many ales did we get?
2? I was aware of.
That was two.
2 ciders
an
and 2
ale and
ales.
2 ciders. Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's
So
just ciders and one ale. I don't remember Tozu getting a drink.
and water's free.
I'll handle what Joel's going to say. Sorry, I don't have anything smaller on me.
Ah, that'll cover it. I'll burn the change.
Thank you.
And he goes, and math calculations.
That is hard.
Yeah. Because it costs 4 copper per mug of ale or cider or cider in this case, and for a modest meal. Right now, the meal is rotisserie chicken, and then for just the pastries, it's basically 2 copper pieces per basket. So
Are we using Electrum? If I look at, because I have my managed coin system in D&D Beyond, and it shows the whole like currency setup if that's what we're using.
I don't think Electrum is part of 2024 rules.
Oh, okay.
But
I
I'll
think
get back
this
to
is
you on that.
updated. Okay.
And got you. So looking for the thing where it says what the ratio is like from copper to gold to
It should all be
silver.
10 to 1.
Okay.
It says 1 gold equals 100 copper. It says 1 gold equals 10 silver.
Okay. Thank you, Mikey. As far as your change would go, I would say you'd get back 8 silver.
Okay. That's fine.
If it's something different, I'll do the math.
And then okay, that's fine.
So you guys get your food. It's all nice. It's freshly made. The bread is nice, and flaky, and buttery. It is made fresh.
I just start eating and drinking and being merry and happy. I mean,
Me too.
being me and happy.
After I had a long day after slaying a boar, so I'll go to work on my chicken.
After getting like a good few bites in.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
I was just gonna say, after getting a few good bites in, I just kind of like look up to the group, and I just kind of look at everyone one by one, like, what do we do next? Do we get our guild card? And then what? I am not the brains of this group. What do we do?
Those are what are your thoughts?
Were you also just about that?
Ah. I don't have the sidebar chat open, so I don't know who's saying BRB or whatnot.
I mean, hypothetically, if this is reality, we should probably at least go find my patron. At least, like, you know, somebody that we can, like, talk to and, you know, might have some more information. Because if that, you know, whole conversation before is real, one, actually, I changed my mind. We should kind of avoid her for now. I think she's kind of mad at me. Out.
Okay. Wait, do we go? You want to go see your patron, or you do not want to go see your patron?
Sound like ideas that we could do. Or we take a safer option and go meet like your devil friend. I think that might be safer at this point in time. For me.
I would not agree that seeing my benefactor would be a
Oh no,
safe.
just the small one.
He is not my friend. And to go see the small one is to go to the same place where my benefactor is, which is not something that we should go to in our weakened state.
What about your house? You still have your candy?
That's. I should. We could try that.
Or the shop, or maybe we can call the candy man, see if he has some ideas.
He isn't exactly one to talk. But again, I'm up for everything. I mean, we could do that right now. I pull out a piece of my gold coin and hold it out. Hulin, you're going to like this one if it works. And put my thumb up in like the with the
Hitchhikers.
hitchhiker's thumb with the gold coin being held between my knuckles. Does anything happen?
Roll me a D100.
Oh. $32. The most generic. God, that was like. That's so generic.
Well, it was higher than what I rolled.
Mhm.
So right there at your table, it looks like, and it's different from how the Candyman normally appears. It just looks like the very fabric of reality just pulls apart and the Candyman steps out.
My feathers will ruffle and I'll jump up from my seat.
And the other patrons here are like, the crap happened. And the Candyman dusts himself off. He's like, well, this is certainly different.
Wait, do you talk?
Yes, I talk. You know me for years, you.
Yes, but you don't talk that much. And you usually don't talk about around, well, and I look around, this many people who don't even know who you are.
Well, you're holding out a gold coin. It's worth my passage.
Yes. Speaking of which, Do you know where you just, I guess, appeared?
Yes,
Where are we?
the Everstrato City. You didn't know?
No, what? Where were we before?
Where
In
is
the
this in
dungeon.
reference to Cotera?
Wait,
Oh,
you're right,
you did-
Ryu. Wait, did you just say we were in the dungeon?
yes, you were in the dungeon. I thought you knew.
I just look at Ryu, and then Tozu, and then Shadow.
He's in on it. Don't believe him.
But like Ryu just
Look at
said,
me here.
what about Kotera? We grew up there. I've known you for years there. Are you saying that Kotera is in the dungeon?
Yes,
Huh? How?
I thought you knew.
No. How would I know?
You didn't know that you were assigned there? You told me this over a drink one time.
A drink where?
In the Feywild in Lumendell.
I mean, But Lumendell
Do you
was this.
do you not remember?
No, I don't remember.
He's not making any sense. He's scrambling for the ideas. Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants, if this is real and that is a dungeon where we just were, what floor were we on?
Pulls out his notebook. You were on the 13th floor.
Okay. I kind of like look at Hulin. How hard is it to get to the 13th floor?
Well, I know you at least have to be a veteran adventurer to get that far, but like I said, I've only begun my journey. I'm still on the first couple floors.
Oh. You mean to tell us that entire continent is a dungeon floor?
Yes. I thought you knew.
He's just like staring at the table.
We broke me you.
See, I'm telling you, it's not real.
I mean, Ryu's also kind of having a bit of like a wide, kind of like glassy eyes, like the whole place I've grown up and lived as just a floor in a place. What?
And you say you knew me outside of that floor?
Yes. How else would you get your candy?
I bought it from you whenever I did our symbol.
Yes.
Huh.
Silent, you just have way too good of a smug face.
Um. Well, I'm more confused.
So am I. You're not buying candy. I'm confused.
Oh,
Buy
actually,
some candy. Do you have any fireball candies?
Fireball.
You
Pulls out
still
a
take
of
Kotera
grape.
currency? That's all they have on us.
I'll take any currency at this point. Yes. All of it is
And,
gold, and gold still spends.
and what you got?
Pulls out a small little ledger. And as far as oh, you're missing your mask. Huh. That's different. Unless you're a different turtle.
No, same turtle. It's just a bad
one's
dream where they
Mako?
took my mask away.
Well, if this is a dream, then I should go home.
Got my candy first.
You gonna pay first?
Sure, I look over at Shadow.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
A
Shadow's going to
fireball.
flatten her ears at Tozu and go, one of these days, you get to be the purse. And she's going to grumble as she goes and gets the money out.
Level 3
Yeah.
spell. That'd be 10 gold, please.
Let me just make sure. That is the wrong. Okay. And Shadow hands over the 10 gold.
Thank you kindly. Puts into his little money bag and pulls out a single piece of fireball candy.
A single. Shadow's gonna look over at Tozu and glare at him and be like, use that well.
And to be honest, right now, I think this is actually more than anything I can do. This is going to be fun.
She also she looks over at Miu also and goes, hang on. Don't you owe him this? You got him started on this? Why did I pay for this?
No, no. As you might recall, I said I would buy him the fireball candy if coming out of the dungeon was fake.
And you've
Technically, it
already-
was, because it never existed.
No. It would seem that we have
Meow.
been in a place that was fake. Or the dungeon.
Split it in half then. You owe me 5 gold.
I owe you nothing.
The devil
Anyways,
is
do you
in
have
the
any
details.
utility candy? Do you have any candy with utility features that might be good to buy?
Also, isn't our money not worth anything here? And like, I see
You
the
said gold is
glare
gold.
from Shadow, and I'm like, fine. I throw you 4 gold.
Just a spider.
Ears are flattened, but she still takes it and puts it in the purse. Like, whatever, I need it.
Oh. And he hands, because you paid, Shadow, he hands you the fireball candy.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna kind of look. What does it look like?
You know those... It literally looks like one of those fireball jawbreakers.
Oh my
Those
gosh.
spicy. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
literally.
Okay.
This is fireball.
Yeah. She's just gonna look at it and just be like, "This better be worth it." And she's gonna hand it over to Tozu.
This is going to be amazing. Just wait.
All right. Anything
Oh.
else?
Do you still have the candies for my home? Wait, is my home real? In the Feywild.
Yes. You haven't been there in some time.
I was there yesterday. What? What do you mean? We were there this morning. Wait, was it? Don't tell me. The dungeon created a fake version of my home. Or was it real? I don't know at this point. May...
So am I the only one that thinks it's weird that the dungeon's living?
We can. Yes, I agree, but I think we should address the. My home is fake, but not fake.
Oh,
Can
let's
I
go
have-
see your real house.
Can I have a candy to my home?
Yes.
Okay.
Digs in. Since you haven't been there some time, I'm rather low on supply, but let's see. Do I have it in here? Yes, one piece left. And
How much?
uh, is 9 gold, please.
Reaches into my pouch and then hands him the 9 gold.
Takes it, puts it in his bag, hands it to you. Saying, well, he pulls out what looks like a compass made of stone of some kind. It's like, oh, well, business is calling, so I will see you all later.
See you later, I
Yeah.
guess.
And he just raises his hands up and goes, "Thank you!" and vanishes.
Hulin's still kind of staring in disbelief. We'll say, "Who the heck
Went
was
off the
that?"
tavern.
And look at Miyu and say, "I don't understand. Are you some sort of warlock?"
Oh, sorry.
As
Yeah.
as I
No.
take my seat and reach for more chicken.
No, that's. Oh, I don't understand what's real and what's not in my memories.
So here's a
What-
question for you. He's been selling you a candy to go somewhere, but it hasn't been to your home. Have you been getting ripped off?
I just look at Ryu and like the color drains from my face. That little son of a. I will have a discussion with him later about that because that is true. I think maybe drinks cider.
And the cider is has very strong raspberry flavor, and
I need it.
it's
It's-
very refreshing. It's chilled. Kind of has a kind of a bubbly, I guess, feel to it. But it is delicious. It's fizzy. It's very flavorful and perfect. Same thing for the blackberry cider. Did we all freeze?
And I kind of like I look
sorry.
over at Shadow. Wait, didn't Alara say that our money technically wasn't good here?
He said it wasn't like the minting was weird, but it was still seemed to be real gold and the right material, just not the right style of money. That's why she said we go get it exchanged.
Okay. I am very confused at everything.
There's another ad starting in about 25 seconds. Just heads up.
No, I'm not doing that for 25 seconds.
Please no.
No.
I thought
That
about
sounds
it.
good. Just no.
I mean,
2,000 years later.
anyway, in 5, 4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
and 1.
1.
Happy New Year! Oh wait,
Happy birthday!
Thank you, Frosty the Snowman.
All right. Anyways,
Ooh. Oh, that was interesting.
yeah. Apparently, I've been teleporting to I don't know where, spending money for things that went I don't know where. The years I've spent on that place that doesn't. It isn't a place, but is a place. My tea! Was the tea even real?
And now Mix It Up is saying that another ad has started. What?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess it's behind or something. But hey,
2 ads.
More ads.
would you like a
I
break
mean,
from
that
the
really
ads?
adds up.
Let's see. But this has been really fun just messing with you guys.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah. Be like, there's summoning the Candyman. Oh. Okay, we're rolling with it.
Literally.
Literally.
No, honestly, the Candyman was a good idea.
Mm-hmm. Like, I rolled, you rolled. I'm like, well, the dice say it's happening. And at the back of my mind, it's like, if it does happen, he's just going to just reveal all of these things and be like, I thought you knew.
Were you not aware?
Yeah. Just be like,
We're back.
and we're back. So yeah, Miyu, you're drinking from your cider, just contemplating your existence.
I mean, I think to some degree we all are, considering that we're all being told the place we grew up in was just part of a dungeon.
Oh. And to answer your question, Hulin, that is a multi-dimensional individual who is able to basically traverse everything, I guess, including a dungeon. I don't know how. Wait,
The dungeon.
the dungeon.
I think. I don't
Wait.
really know.
I don't know either. Different question for later. But who you can purchase these little candies, and I hold up the candy and point on the one that Shadow's holding, that allow you to use magical spells one time when you eat them.
Oh, that's
I don't
very
need to
interesting.
close it. She's not holding it.
Tozu's over in the
What?
corner plotting.
What happens if you eat it?
It gives you access to the spell. And in my case, for
Oh,
my candy, it's basically a dimensional door that is anchored specifically to my home.
Which one?
ooh.
Shadow says like snarky at him.
I don't know.
And she instantly feels bad.
Well, munching on my chicken. I have another thought. after watching you all. I know the more established guild parties, they'll stock up on supplies and go on excursions that can last weeks down in the dungeon to get to the deeper levels. And I was just kind of wondering, I wonder what the longest excursion into the dungeon has been. And it's probably on record.
That is a very good question and thought. Maybe the guild would know how to get back to the 13th floor and if anyone else has been there.
Yeah, they should have all that information. We can check. But I still think you guys should get registered first so you have access to these things.
That sounds like a great idea.
I agree, Tozu.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
I also agree, Tozu.
Do you agree that it's not real?
No, this
Oh.
is very clearly real, but apparently my house wasn't.
So how do you know what is suspicious?
I am going to agree with you on that one. I don't know, and won't know, I guess, if it is or is not real for this. My head hurts.
Exactly, it's because it's not.
I appreciate everything that you have done, Hulin. Are you going to be also staying here? And if not, where can we get you in the morning to help us get back to the guild and figure out our next steps?
Well, I have my own little place that I stay, but it doesn't really lend support for 5 people. It's mostly just for myself. Well, there's ends, and I can meet you back at the guild hall before we go into the dungeon if you like, and we can make our preparations. I can also show you to an inn if that's where you want to stay. I think.
You're at the inn.
Oh, it's a tavern inn?
Yep.
Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't realize. I thought it was just food.
You're fine.
Okay. Yeah, I'm happy to, like I said, I'm happy to cover your stay here, and so you guys can exchange your money and
And we will happily pay you back.
Yeah.
As you can tell from it, hopefully from the Candyman, we have money, just apparently not usable money here.
For
Yeah,
13 specific money, apparently.
Yes.
Yeah, it definitely seems you have things of value. I'm not too worried about it. Plus, there's not many people that can escape my vision, so even if you wanted to run from me, I'd probably be able to find you.
That's comforting.
Just as a side note, Villain, if he, and she points at you, wants to run from you, it's probably for your benefit that you don't
Ooh.
follow.
Interesting. Something I'll keep in mind.
That is a good point. If I am running, you probably want to be running as well. Just throwing that out there. But on that note, how about we meet? I guess, would you be willing to meet back here at first thing in the morning?
Ooh, I could do that.
All right. Waiter comes back. All right. Hope you enjoyed your meal, your drinks. Anything else I can get for you? Or would you be wanting a room for the night?
I would like a room for the night, if that is not too much trouble.
Ah, we got
I
plenty
think
of room
we
upstairs.
all would.
Right. Should be the 10 silver to 1 gold, right?
Yes.
Okay. Should be 2 gold.
Oh.
For the 4 of you.
I'll just hand over another 2 gold. I'll cover it again.
Yeah, well.
I appreciate it, and I give you a full bow. You have been nothing but kind to us.
No problem. And all I expect is kindness in return.
And you have earned every bit of it.
I'll be back with your keys shortly.
Thank you also.
Comes back and hands you 4 sets of keys.
All right. I grab my key.
Each of you get given a key.
Grabbing key.
Shadow and Tosu, do you take your keys?
Yep.
Tozu just sleeps in the lobby. Just. Well, when he said he was going to sleep, he just goes inside of his shell, and now that's it. That's it.
I got you a room.
If he's not going to use it, I can refund you the 5 silver.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, I don't think he's gonna need it, apparently.
I guess,
Fair
are
enough.
you okay with him just sleeping right here? Is
Well,
that
they
going to
let him
be an issue?
Well, as long as he doesn't cause trouble, then we won't have any problems. Because most of the time, we let the drunkards stay down here and sleep it off. But it's been a quiet night, so I don't foresee any problems.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I guess only 3 rooms then.
He takes the key back and he reaches into a pouch, pulls out 5 silver, and slides it over to you.
Perfect.
Right, well. The breakfast will be served at 7 a.m. sharp till 9 p.m. 9 a.m.
Oh, okay. I'll meet you guys here at 7 so I can pay for your breakfast then.
And it's included with the cost of the room.
Oh, wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Then I'll see you guys after breakfast.
Sounds like a plan.
And the dwarf leaves. But then he comes back and he's like, and what was that strange man that came by? It caused like a little bit of an uproar.
That was my friend? He's, I guess you could consider a powerful mage.
Well,
He does that.
he didn't blow anything up, so I'm not too worried. Just curious. Because we've had a couple of drunk mages in here a couple of weeks ago, almost burned down the establishment. My uncle was very unhappy with them.
Oh, I could imagine.
So we have a very strict magic control policy here.
Understood. I will let him know.
Very well. Thank you kindly. He saunters off.
Yep, I'll just one last time say, I'll see you guys in the morning, and then I'll head my way out of the inn.
Right. So Tozu, you're, guess, going full turtle and shelling up over by the fireplace.
Just right there.
All right. And Miyu, Ryu, and Shadow, you guys go up to your rooms?
Yes.
Yep, I've
Yep.
got my companions.
Yep. You guys go up the staircase to the next floor, and on the keys there's engraved which room numbers you're in. So each room is simply furnished, but quite comfortable. Plush beds, thick quilts, and carved wooden furniture. But very comfortable. It has that rustic vibe to it, but very cozy.
Ah, good. I just immediately go and lay down.
Ryu goes and shuts the door behind him and starts doing some meditation just to kind of check in on himself and see what's going on and evaluate the strange feelings or the strangeness of having lost so much strength.
Shadow?
Well, Shadow's gonna take her group up to the room, and they're just gonna kind of assume it's gonna be going back to Cuddle Puddle because everyone's exhausted, Shadow's confused and stressed, and they're just gonna kind of go into just again Cuddle Puddle restoration mode, I guess, best way to put it.
Fair enough. So you get in a big cuddle puddle with your animal companions. They literally they take the big thick quilt, just turn it into like a weird nest of some variety. You lay down in it and they just like pile on you.
That sounds extremely comfortable.
Miyu, this bed is super comfy. It is soft. You just sink into it. But it's not so like soft that it feels like you're just laying on a what's a good comparison? A bed that doesn't have any structure in it, but
Mhm.
it's soft, but still has that nice firmness for it, so you have some support.
Nice.
Ryu, you're meditating, right?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll an intelligence save at disadvantage.
That's not going to be very good. 13.
13. You sink into a deep meditative state. And as you close your eyes and open them again, you're not in your room anymore. You are back in that wide, desolate area of red lightning flashing through the sky, ashen ground with burnt and cracked red, like almost molten earth beneath your feet. And standing in front of you is you.
You thought you could run away.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, don't play coy with me. You thought you could be free of this prison, of all that you once were, thrown away for something real, something tangible. Please. You're just a plaything.
I'm no one's plaything.
You keep telling yourself that. Because, in the end, you have no balance, no equilibrium. You are adrift, lost, guideless, and gutless.
And as he says that, he takes a bow staff and slams it into your stomach.
Weak, pathetic, undisciplined, not knowing the balance of nature and who it truly belongs to. You could have taken it for yourself. But no, you wanted balance, you wanted freedom. Freedom is only the passing of one chain to the next person who holds it.
And then the vision closes.
Do I wake up from my meditative state, or
You're literally thrown out of your meditative state. You are
Okay.
against the wall.
oh, that's not fun. Oh,
Miyu, roll a perception check.
Okay.
And Shadow, also roll one as well, please.
Ooh, 16. I didn't
16.
suck this time.
Let's go.
What are we rolling?
This
Perception.
Oh, there's no perception. 12.
Well, above average. Those both succeed. You just hear a heavy thump against in the wall and against the wall. So how your rooms are situated? So Ryu is in the middle, Miyu on one end, and Shadow and her group are on the other. So you just hear a thump between you two.
I just like turn over. Nope, I heard nothing. Nothing happened.
because I know that was me being attacked, I'd just be left to die.
Nothing happened. I'm going back to sleep.
Shadow is going to, well, start. I was going to say jump up. However, she is under several 100-pound of animals.
They all kind of squirm on top of you and they kind of re-snuggle. Like, no, you're not moving. Mm-mm.
She's just like, does she know who's in the rooms next to her?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So she's gonna raise her voice and be like, Ryu, Miyu, you guys okay? I'm slightly stuck, or I'd come check. Can they hear her?
Ryu, roll a perception check.
Oh, perception to hear myself. I can hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
A 9. I don't hear it.
No.
I don't know.
It's you hear something, but you can't make out the words.
Okay.
Miyu, is he just ignoring and going to sleep?
Do I hear the? I mean, it's still 16. Do I hear Shadow being like, "Hey, what's going on?"
You kind of catch most of the words because you kind of infer what she's saying.
That like just like that, just a long sigh into the pillow. I just push myself up, open my door, go to Ryu's door, and knock on the door.
Ding,
Ryu,
ding, ding.
what are you doing? Are you okay? Stop breaking things.
And I'm guessing, well, can Shadow hear or realize? Does she realize that Miyu got up to go check? Because she's asking on both of them and hears nothing.
I'm not being quiet. It's just like, don't, Ryu.
Okay, so she's able to deduce, oh, wasn't Miyu.
Yeah.
Miyu's checking on Ryu.
Are you okay?
Okay. And then she cuddle puddles back into her group. She's like, he's got it.
Ryu. Can you do
I groan
a...
and oh, okay.
Actually, no,
I
you
go
go
first.
first. I'll describe this in a bit.
Oh, I was just gonna say I groan and work my way up to go answer the door because it hurts.
You open the door. Miyu, give me a perception check.
Another
Another.
8. Wee.
Well, it is not hard to see because you know the what kind of clothes are you wearing, Ryu? Is it kind of like a
Kind of
kimono
like a
esque?
yeah, come on, ask Yi. Just kind of like,
Yeah.
and probably since I was when my tail was a little loose, maybe.
So right where, like, right on your sternum, there's a chunk that has been burned away, and there, seared into your scales, is the image of a black sun.
I haven't noticed this yet, so I'm just
You
like,
haven't. Miyu sees it.
I'm rubbing my chest, like, oh, sorry about that. I was meditating, and that's funky vision.
I just like look down at your chest and I look up at you. I look back down on it and I'm like, do you not feel that?
I mean, it ended with me getting smacked in the chest, so yeah, I'm feeling something.
No, uh, and I just pointed his chest. No, that.
Look down.
You see
Oh,
that image of the black sun.
do I recognize the symbol at all from anything outside of like maybe the realm that I was in?
Roll a history check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Holy, okay. Give me a moment. I need to pull that up. So, so you recognize this symbol as the symbol of this dark deity. And it goes by many titles: the Prince of Lies, the Mad God, the Lord of the Three Crowns. But his surname is Cyric, spelled Cyric.
Oh, well, that's not good.
I
Whatever
could
you do.
agree with that. Most people don't think having this massive and I just like do like a circular gesture over my chest like that on their chest.
Yeah, but this is a specific symbol to a being typically known as a mad god, so it's not exactly great news.
Oh good, we have another god watching us.
Yeah.
And just me rolls his eyes. We totally needed more of those.
Oh, that's another thing to figure out, I guess.
I
So I don't necessarily know when I first got involved with this guy. Can't seem to remember that myself.
I was going to ask, do you even remember who this is or when? I mean, I guess you know who, but like when or how you got involved in them?
I mean, it was similar to when you were teaching me how to open up my gates. Kind of similar kind of guy, but I didn't recognize him
Now in
then, and I
another
didn't.
ad.
Wow.
Mm,
Timing.
we can
Wow.
still continue.
Mid conversation. Wow.
Apparently that
Wow,
it
wow, 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 wow.
the time dilation on this ad break on my creator dashboard versus what Mix It Up tells me is weird. It's like we have 57 seconds left in the ad versus it's saying, hey, the 90-second ad started.
I think I'm gonna grab some more water real quick.
Gotcha. Here the ad break is over.
Okay. He was there during my visions during opening the last gates back in your home not too long ago. Back when we
And
were,
me, you just air quotes my home.
yes. I didn't necessarily know who he was, but he was there testing me in the vision. I didn't realize who exactly he was, but now I have a better idea. In general, like the gates you showed me how to open, feeling locked up. Sort of it's from loss of power or what, but can't seem to get them going the same way.
I see.
Shadow, could you take care of that for a moment? In chat. Thank you. Take that, bots.
Beep boop. Get.
Get batted.
Yeah, I was like, don't really don't know where I'm going with that one.
Because Shadowcat took care of it. They batted him out of chat.
Yeah.
Get bapped.
And like Mew just like rubbing his eyes. Oy. Well. Yeah. I think. Are you okay? And if so, I think maybe we should table this conversation and bring it up to the rest of the group in the morning.
Sounds good. Hopefully, pain will wear off soon. I can get some sleep.
Sounds like a good plan. I guess smash into the wall again if you need something. Or come knock and ask like a normal person.
Hopefully, I can do the latter.
I just Miyu laughs. I hope so as well. Have a good evening.
Good night.
I just leave, close the door.
With that, I think we'll end for tonight. It's a good spot to end as any people going to sleep.
Right?
Thank you all for to the opening scene. Thank you all for watching and interacting. It was a lot of fun, a lot of chaos, and a lot of more mysteries. So we will reconvene in 2 weeks. That should be March 2nd.
Okay.
Yep, March
Sounds good.
2nd.
Say again, Shadow?
I said, yep, March 2nd.
Okay.
Do you need someone to read out to, or do you have someone in mind?
I don't know who's on right now to braid out to.
Starry is live.
Starry?
This is Cobalt Bonnie. Mm-hmm. I just showed her live. Yeah.
Yeah, Starry
Starry
still.
2 Max.
Yep. I'm gonna go say hi to Starry. It's been a hot minute. Oh.
You have a read out message yet?
Not yet.
Mhm.
If you want to take care of that for me, please. Or at least type out something, say, hey, copy this.
Sure.
So Starry is a fantastic streamer. She's currently playing Poppy Playtime. It's a
Okay.
I believe she's playing chapter 4.
Horror game.
Ooh.
It's
Yep.
not a horror game.
Where
I don't know. There you go.
fair enough.
Oops, that's not supposed to be an apostrophe S. Let's try that without.
She is a shape-shifting dragon.
Oops.
So sometimes she is a wolf, sometimes she's a dragon, sometimes she's something else.
There you go. Second one. Sure. There.
But she's an awesome VTuber. She's a chaotic comfy is kind of the description. And may or may not hide your soul in her fluffy tail. But that's up to you. So.
Okay, fair.
Yeah, but she's awesome. Thank you all for joining in. It has been a blast. It's been chaotic as usual. And I will see you guys next time. So, bye-bye.
Of course.
Bye.
Bye.
In the twilight of the tangled woods, where the shadows twist and turn, the whispers of the old ones in the forest, they still burn. From the courts of light and darkness to the realms of endless time, the Feywild stirs in silence, revenge begins to climb. Oaths were broken, bonds undone, now the ancient war's begun. Nature's fury, wild and strange, feel the Feywild's sweet revenge. Roll the dice and let they fly through the stars across the sky. Wings of fury, horns of flame, nothing here will be the same. Mystic powers we can't defend, the Feywild's wrath will never where flowers bloom lies a danger set in gloom. Fair and fierce they wait and scheme, twisting fate like in a dream. Magic deep as rivers flow, danger more